and welcome back. My name is Lisa. For those who don't know me, if you're new here, welcome. Come on in. Yes. Welcome to the shenanigans. That is all things elle.lauture. Okay, those who do know me, welcome back. I am on the road to turning 40 years old this year, and I am celebrating by sharing my list that I call the Almost 40 campaign. Okay, so on my list, I have started to write down things that I have decided to do, things I ain't gonna do, and things that I would like to try as I move into my 40s and moving, like, you know, further in, growing up. Okay, I'm growing up, y'all. I'm growing up. All right. So if you are, like I said, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and join us on this journey. All right, because we're keeping this ball rolling. All right, so the next item on my list, I don't know if that transition was a little weird. It felt a little weird, but we gonna roll with it. Anyway, the next item on my list is I am going to start going on solo dates. Yes, solo dates. But Lisa, aren't you married? Yeah, girl, I'm married. But what you doing going on solo dates when you can be going on dates with your man? Because I want to date myself too. Yes. The purpose of solo dates, especially if you are married, especially, no, it ain't even just being married. You are married with children, you are single with children, you are single with no children, you just out here. Listen, one thing that I have learned as a woman is that we have a tendency to what we call lose ourselves in whatever it is or whatever role that we are in. Okay, and when I say role, I mean if you are taking care of someone else, I mean by nature, a lot of us take care of somebody else in some kind of capacity, whether we have that structured family or not. We do for others. It's just is what it is. But what happens is that I've learned is that the things that we actually want to try or do gets placed on the back burner. You know, one thing that I like to do is go to the park. Sometimes, I mean, not all the time, but I like to go to the park. And so there was a park that I wanted to go to in Nashville on my birthday weekend. Be sure to check out that vlog. It is on my YouTube channel at elle.lauture. Shameless plug. All right, I'm learning to do that from now on. But anyway, we went to that park, the Centennial Park in Nashville, Tennessee. And we were there about the same amount of time it took to do that video. Okay? Because we got there. Number one, there was no real defined plan of what we were gonna do when we got there. And I would have been just fine sitting on the stairs and listening to the guy play the saxophone. But I was not by myself. Okay, and when you are not by yourself, everybody has to agree on the activity. If not, if everybody does not agree on the activity, then there are people or somebody's going to not like being there. And the natural pleaser in me does not like that. Okay, that's another thing. I'm learning myself. I am naturally a pleaser. So if I'm doing something and having a good time, and those who are with me are not having a good time, then I'm not having a good time. It just is what it is. And that particular day, not everybody was having a good time at the Centennial Park. And so we left. We left early. We were there for a little bit and we left. And I was thinking, you know, that would be a good solo date for me. You know, go and sit on the stairs and eat some lunch or drink me one of my little refreshers and enjoy the music and swat the bugs that come on by, or sit in the shade because it's hot that day, or whatever. Just enjoy that particular activity. And there are other things that I would like to try that just does not thrill everybody in my family, you know. It's just not, I mean, it is what it is. We are all individuals. And one thing I love about the family dynamic that I have in our home is that we embrace each other's, you know, differences. And sometimes in embracing each other's differences, we have to be able to enjoy some things for just us individuals. So that's what I want to do. There are a few other things that I may want to try or explore that just may not thrill my family. And real talk, I don't want to drag them along if they don't want to go. So yeah. And then also it gives me a little breather to just be me, you know. So I believe that solo dates, especially if you have a family, is good because for me, I get to explore, you know, my interests. I do. And that is okay. It is okay for me to explore my interests. You know, I want to go and sit down in a restaurant, which freaks me out because I tried that before. And this was pre-wife and mother time in my life. I went and sat down in a restaurant and I ordered an appetizer. And it felt so awkward that by the time the appetizer came, I just took it to go. I took it to go. And I don't want to be like that. I want to be able to go and somewhere and, you know, not feel weird about being there by myself. I want to grow in that area, you know, not feeling like I always have to have company. It's easy to do at home in my own bubble, but out in public, it's not. So I'm not going to always be out by myself, but from time to time, I do want to actually be intentional in planning a solo date. So yeah. That's what I have. And, you know, I want to hear what you got to say about solo dating. Are you interested in that? Is that something that you want to give a try? What are some hesitations if you are wanting to do it and you're not sure about doing it? You know, Share that with me. Let me see what you got going on. Tell me your thoughts. Anyway, that's what I have for that. I'm sure that after I turn off this camera, I will think of a whole lot of other things to say, and I may turn the camera back on. It may be in a vlog of mine. It may just be in a post. Who knows? So let's be friends. Join me on my multiple platforms so that we can connect in some kind of way. I am on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, as well as the Twitter. Okay, she gonna be tweeting. So join me there, and I look forward to connecting with you again. Until next time, bye.